What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions, and we're picking up where the last episode left off. We're at this chop shop, trying to complete our initiation mission into the Trackers Alliance. We have Roach from the Trackers Alliance with us. Erick is out in the field with us again, seeing some of his first real action. And we also have the newly picked up Ezekiel. We used our follower control. We ended up losing him last episode somewhere whenever we were having at it with the hunter in Killa City Square, right? And so we used the follower control, teleported him to us. He was like stationed at the ship anyway, and so I feel like it wasn't that unrealistic to get him to come out with us and follow along with us again, right? We're using the Gang Is All Here mod, so we've got 3 companions currently following us through this dungeon, the Chop Shop. And I didn't feel like I clarified enough last episode, so I want to make sure I do this episode. The main reason that we're joining the Trackers Alliance, I did clearly state last episode that the intention for the character, earn credits, get into the good graces again, hopefully, of the settled systems, taking down bad guys. But it was driven because of the results of the poll in the community section, where I had asked the community what you guys wanted to see next from the character, and through several options, the top 2 were getting our hands dirty in second, and first place, at least at the time of this recording, was to join the Trackers Alliance. So I didn't necessarily intend, I did I guess, because I intended to steal the minigun, right? So I was getting my hands a little bit dirty doing some nefarious things, but I had only intended on stealing the gun and hopefully not being caught. That's why I was affectionately picking on Erick, blaming him for everything. But again, it was all inspired by the community, so that's why I always do encourage that if you enjoy the content coming out, I hope you subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for those sorts of things so that you can help be a part of what we're doing here in this playthrough, right? But that's enough talking. Let's talk about the actual action going on. If you've been paying attention to what's going on screen, we're literally just working our way through this chop shop, pretty standard dungeon. It is fun. It's one of the handful at best, really, of zero gravity dungeons in the game, right? That's always fun and annoying, at least for me, super annoying. But in this part, I was looking for a key initially, and then I saw Roach make a comment about how we saw the way from underneath potentially. And so that's what inspired me. Okay, instead of trying to get in through these locked doors that need a key, I don't know if I ever will find a key, but he said go under, let's explore it that way. I hit this switch, honestly, no idea if that switch did anything. I never saw any evidence one way or the other, so we'll leave it up in the air, I guess. There is a good amount of people in here. Admittedly, when I started this playthrough session, I was kind of concerned that the level of the enemies was maybe going to be difficult, especially the limited amount of weapons and ammo and the basic armor that I'm wearing going into it. But I did think, I was well, if they introduce you to trying to join, and this is the introduction mission, right? Then, right from the start of a new game, they try to get you to join, right? So I figured it couldn't have been that difficult. And minor spoiler, if you were doubting my skills, I guess, it's not that difficult. Most difficult thing for me is navigating the anti-gravity enemies. Pretty simple. Spoiler on this, we end up getting some pretty good loot. So the loot from this mission, the Starjacker is the name of the mission specifically. It's the last, there's 3 legs, if you will, to this Trackers Alliance introduction, and this is the final, the finale of that trio. But the loot that you get at the end of this quest is pretty solid, actually. At minimum, so like I didn't look at the numbers, and I didn't look at it all like together on me, but you do get a suit, and the suit at minimum, the helmet looks pretty dope. And definitely next episode you're gonna have to check it out. I'll show off and model a full suit that we got, and then there's a super cool like a plasma cutter thing, not like the standard cutter. I can't recall what they're called right now, but the arc welder. There we go. But a cool looking special arc welder, and we do actually also get a super cool. It's got its own custom skin on it, actual cutter, like mineral cutter. So super cool. Happy about all that. We also, I'll just go ahead and talk about it now, I guess. We keep a couple of the, I'll tease it now, talk about it later. We keep a couple of the other weapons that we get from looting throughout this dungeon that we're going to end up keeping to give to our settlers, or our colonists, sorry. But that's probably going to be what we do next episode, is show off decking out our colonists with some of our spoils, and we're going to get some more building done, and specifically some interior building. We need some living spaces. I'll show you guys at the end. Stick around to see it then. But we got 3 colonists already at HQ, plus now with 2 companions, so we're starting to get a decent little group together, right? But we made it through the dungeon. We found this guy, and this guy tells us, not a spoiler, it is a spoiler, you're watching this anyway, that was the whole idea. He says the guy that we got last episode was actually the guy that we were looking for all along. That guy just stands in his place at times, and apparently we got played. But that's the chest where we got all the loot, and now we're back on the ship, ready to get back to Aquila City and talk to Agent 1. So we get in our ship. Of course, the guy that led us here, that we just allowed to stay on the ship by himself, nowhere to be found. Our ship is damaged. I bet you can put 2 and 2 together. So we make it back to Aquila City. We go ahead and save, and I tried to get a good shot. I say tried, I ended up using it for the thumbnail, I'm pretty sure. But mega boy band vibes, right? But anyway, we're gonna head in, and before we go in the entrance, I'm gonna show off another companion mod we're using. This one is for Orb. It's the outpost resource spot. And we're not going to station him anywhere. Can't right now because of those colonists that we got. But yeah, super cute little droid. This is where we go ahead and sell off our stuff. We ended up, at the end of the episode at least, at a decent amount of credits from the sales that we're doing here. And that's where you can also see all of the things that we collected. But see, like, I can't wait. You guys just got a little taste, a little tease of that suit. Oh man, it's gonna be cool. But we get a good amount of credits, and now we're in at least a better position moving forward. Super nervous right here, hence the quick save. That's what I figured. Literally that one bounty, Erick's insistence that he had to just sneak up behind me right when he could see me. Like, the dude couldn't see me, I was hidden, but Erick saw me clearly because he walked up to me. He knew what I was doing. So again, Erick's fault on everything that went wrong last episode. Erick's fault. But this episode, Erick didn't screw anything up, admittedly. He actually helped me out a lot. If you saw when we were going through the dungeon, one of my main strategies is kind of lead the way to find where danger is, and then back off behind my companions and let them to the majority of the work, at least as a distraction, so that way I can go through and hopefully clean up the bad guys and the rest of the bad guys, the enemies. I don't know if we're the bad guys all the time, every time, but I feel like at least that time we were the good guys. Yeah, in front of the Freestar Rangers HQ, we're gonna head out to our HQ, and that's gonna do it for this episode. So I do hope that you liked the episode. If you did, I hope that you pressed the like button. I hope that if you enjoyed the content and you're looking forward to the content on the way, that you consider subscribing to the channel. If you do that, make sure, like I said earlier, pay attention, see if there's a poll in the community section of the channel. I very much so want to keep this channel community oriented. So as always, you can stay engaged with what's going on in the comments anywhere throughout the channel. So I hope you guys take care.